Here is my little 2 cents that nobody asked for. I am sick of seeing Black Americans in the media, on social media, in the news, doing crime, walking around next to naked, the women, the men perpetuating gang violence, substance abuse. The absolute worst of our community is oversaturating the media, even though they make up a small percentage of all of Black Americans. The decay of our morality within Black communities has been slowly declining over the past 20 years, and no one is talking about it, no one is saying anything about it or trying to address it. And if you do, you are often told that you're policing Black bodies. If you say Black women, stop getting on the internet and in the media, twerking, walking around with little clothes on. People tell you that you're policing bodies, policing Black bodies, or it's respectability politics. If you are Black and you speak your piece on what we're seeing in the media, if you don't like seeing the low morality that is often portrayed about the Black community in the media, from the trap music to the Black women twerking in music videos and all over social media, the Sukihanas and the Sexy Reds of the world, if you are Black and you take issue with it and you talk about it, you are usually called bourgeois, sedity, uppity, it's respectability politics, you're policing Black bodies and the like. And it's like, no, I'm Black too. And as such, this being my ethnic culture as well, I have a right to have something to say about what I'm seeing going on. Your average Black American is a middle class, working class, blue collar Jane and Joe. The ghetto subculture, Black ghetto subculture that we see often portrayed and over inundated and oversaturating the media, those Black Americans make up a tiny, tiny percentage of Black Americans as a whole, but somehow they're in the media, overcompensating in the media, oversaturating the media. I know I don't just speak for myself when I say that I'm sick of seeing it, that it's gross, that it is destroying what Black culture actually is. It's co-opting Black culture as a whole and making it seem as though all of Black culture is ghetto subculture. I'm not the only Black American who takes issue with it. Because like I said, majority of Black America is middle class, not in the ghettos, not out here perpetuating gang violence, promiscuity, and everything else. And I don't care if you claim it's respectability politics. I guess so be it. Because this is gross. It's getting really gross out here how blatantly disrespectful and low class we're acting on social media and in the media, on the internet, on TV. And you can claim that this is someone else's set of moral standards, but no, it isn't. It isn't. Look at Black America in the 50s, in the 60s. Our moral standards back then, drastically different from what we have today, or what we're convincing ourselves is a moral standard today. Every racial group on the face of the planet has their own ghetto subculture within their respective racial and ethnic groups. This is the case for everybody, everywhere. White people, Asian people, Mexican people, you name it. The difference is that those racial groups and those ethnic groups do not allow their ghetto subculture to co-opt the entire culture as a whole and to represent the entire culture as a whole. They don't allow it. Everybody else within that respective ethnic group or cultural group or racial group has a right to say how they want to see themselves represented in the media, what they want to see and what they don't want to see, who gets to speak for them and who does not.
All right. First part of it, Black American culture is dying.
That homegirl was so long-winded, right? Now, what does she expect? This is how the algorithm works. We can stop watching it, but it's hard not to share it, right? You see something polarizing, you share it. Maybe we shouldn't, but I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to the bottom out. Like we're very close to just bottoming out. I think that we're almost to the point where it can't really get, yeah, pause. Okay. I don't think it could get much worse than it is right now. It's starting to get boring to me. Maybe not everyone, but I'm starting to become numb to some of the stuff. I've seen so much shocking things that I'm no longer really shocked anymore. Nothing amazes me. Nothing surprises me. I think at some point it's just going to get boring, right? Surely we don't have to give them the fuel and put crazy stuff on.
Right?
But, huh?
So you used to get horny at your explore page. Timeline just make you horny. They don't even make you horny no more.
It's bad, and but I think we're getting close to the bottom. It's because it's really starting to get boring to me. I'm sure it's starting to get boring, less shocking, maybe seems less polarizing to you right now. At some point, this is just going to be dead. I really think so, because I don't feel like it can get much worse legally, right? And social media, the platforms are absolutely promoting it. They know it sucks, because if you put something that's inappropriate, they catch it immediately, ban you for 90 days or whatever. They know every single thing. The AI that they have right now knows every single word that you say. They know if there's a fight happening. They know if there's an adult scene happening. They know every single thing that's going on, and they push it to people who are going to watch it. And even when you're about to post, they show just me doing my thing. I do reels as a content creator, right? Like most of us do. You know what they show me? They show me fights and stuff. And they say, these are what your followers are watching. They are literally encouraging me to post fights and different things online. This is how bad it's gotten right now. They are promoting for me to post fights so other people could watch more fights and I can continue to perpetuate the issue. So unless there's some type of legislation to stop it, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait for it to bottom out, man. There's not, pause again. There's nothing we can really do about it. It's just like that. And as long as we are rewarded for it, and we now have this new vice, this new drug, this attention drug, and then they had the nerve to monetize it, right, for you doing a bunch of nonsense, things that are polarizing, things that are just would 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, would have seemed vile and just inappropriate. They're the norm, and they're what's expected to get the eyes onto your channel or onto your feed, whatever. That's just what they expect right now. So I don't really see any end in the immediate future, but I think if we just wait, it's going to go away, right? The only thing I would tell you to do is try to provide your children with as much context as possible, because this is what they're going to witness. This is what they're going to see. It is what it is. By design, they've tried to make us look like crap for the longest. That's just what it is. And they do a damn good job at it. And we do a damn good job helping them do that. So we could all just stop. I don't see it happening. The generation behind us is going to keep it going, man, because that's what's rewarded. That's how you get the eyes on it. That's how you get the hits, the likes, the comments, the engagement. That's what keeps your channel going. So I don't think that this attention-starved generations that are behind us are going to stop in the near future at all. I think this is what we could look forward to. Protect your children. Just provide them with context, because I know for a fact that this is what my children witness when they go up and down the timeline. It's not what they're looking for, but it's what is force-fed to them. But at least I could provide the context and have the open dialogue with them to say, look, this is messed up. This isn't how we get down. Just understand that people are doing this for attention. Understand that people are doing this for clicks. And this isn't how real life goes. I've never operated like that. Your mother has never operated like that. And you're not going to operate like that. But this exists. This is what you're going to face in society, and stay far from it if you want to be a human who actually contributes to society in a positive way.
Black American culture is most definitely far from dead. It's not dying at all. It's evolving. It's changing. And it's changing in a way that a lot of people don't accept it. It's just getting nasty. The people who wanted to stay the same, are kind of fed up, and they're just saying it's dying. It's not dying. It's not appealing as much as you would think. A lot of people the people that's making it move don't really give a damn about nobody's opinion. I mean, it's the freedom that a lot of people that's in it have been longing for. And now they get to walk around with the strings up their ass and bend over and act like they dropped their pocketbook. I mean, that's what we got to deal with. And you see it all on the video. It's not dying at all. It's just changing, and you just got to deal with it. You got to filter it out as much as you can. I think it's going to get worse. I think this is just a crumb of what we can expect the next 20, 30 years. We might just step out without wearing clothes. Period. Hell, I mean, well, right? I mean, Marcus, did you say one time you went to the club? They ain't had nothing on in that motherfucker. Hold on, that was a club where you were allowed to be nude, I think.
What club you be going to, Marcus?
He just made.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
There's women there?
No Diddy. What we doing? Whoa.
Just said that roof. So I see I'm gonna have to send some shots tonight. I'm in the shot.
Hey,
Marcus, hold on, Marcus.
Marcus, you in the crosshairs.
You know, out of everybody on this panel, you are most likely to find yourself in a naked bar situation.
Yeah, but it's gonna be women there. It would have been women.
I didn't say that it was gonna be a bunch of men. I just said naked bar. I get a whole.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's fair. But it'll be the ratio of women and men will be more women than men.
You should be thanking me for clearing that up. You should
hopefully
be for clearing that up. Because I know somebody was thinking that in the audience.
Nigga, no.
I don't know. If you're in Mississippi, there's a lot of hard legs at them clubs.
I don't think I've ever. I think it's always safe to assume it's gonna be more naked women than more naked dudes in the club. I think that's a safe assumption.
All right, let me go ahead and get Jasmine.
I heard that it was like it's gonna be a bunch of naked niggas around there.
All right, let me go ahead and get Jasmine in there. Black America culture is dying. What are your thoughts about the video?
I definitely don't think it's dying. I definitely feel like it's, like you said, evolving. It's always going to be present. Because I feel like we almost kind of the only people that really have a culture. I mean, not to say it like that, but just like when it comes to the things we see on social media, we just see so many people copying us. Like when it comes to like the dance, the trends, the fashion, like everything. It's like everything is coming from Black culture. It's what it's even like commercials and marketing ploys are now trying to pander to just the Black culture in general. So I definitely don't think it's dying. If anything, they're trying to find more ways to make it even more in our face. And that's probably why they're pushing some of these really trash propagandas like Sexy Red or, you know, the really over sexualized things and stuff like that. But sexualized imagery and all that stuff exists in every aspect, every culture, every race, everywhere. Like, and I don't think it was even that modest back in the day. Like, I feel like they had way more kids back in the day than they do now. Like, they was just out there just having sex all the time. And I don't know, at the juke joint, I feel like
These are the same man, though.
Like
These are the same man.
Not all the time. I don't know. People had like 13, 14 kids, and now it's just like, okay, 1 or 2 kids. And more. They may be promiscuous, but that don't mean they wasn't promiscuous back then. It just, we didn't have social media to put it out there. They didn't have internet. So how we know what they wasn't doing?
I think our culture, I think Jasmine, I think pretty much everybody, right? The way our culture is situated, it's evolving the way Darwin said. Part of that is trying to differentiate, right? Being in America, our culture is, if we create a trend, once other people adapt to it, then we'll create something new to delineate ourselves from the previous group. And in doing so, it gets appropriated and then absorbed as if it's just American culture, when no, this was Black culture. You guys started to do it, so we can't claim it as our own. We don't have a real physical means of drawing a fence to keep other people out of it. Then they do it. The thing that's going to end up backfiring, though, is like with gangster rap or the whole subgenre of ratchet music. I've seen more artists from other communities adopting that we're inevitably going to try and create something new to delineate ourselves. And then that group of people will be left with the results of what that subculture or ratchet, be it a drug epidemic, be it a gang violence epidemic, be all the things that we want to rid ourselves of. When people emulate them in order to, especially specifically in gangster rap and that type of genre, in order to emulate that, you have to be part of that life to truly make music from that sphere. I've seen more white gangster rappers ever in my life. You will hear some of it in the music. You can't even tell by the voice now. The voices, the inflections, the baritones, all of that stuff. It's an appropriation of what essentially was a genre of Blackness that was to delineate, but now they're taking that and they gonna have to take the problems that come along with that. I think it's cyclical because I think there's gonna come a point where there's really nothing really new that we could do to delineate ourselves, and we'll come back around to being the most educated, the most morally upright. Like the further people come towards trying to appropriate it, the further we walk away. We went as far as changing the way words are said. Y'all call it good, all right, that's bad to us. Bad is good to us. Y'all like jazz, all right, we don't like jazz no more. We like rock and roll. Y'all like rock and roll, we don't like rock and roll no more. We like rap. Y'all like rap, okay, we gonna move to. That's the stage we in. If we could, hopefully when we figure out how to draw a fence around it, it's gonna be when we in our most positive state. When it's like, all right, when it mean black excellence means everybody got a 4.0, nobody get lower than a 3.8 GPA. Black excellence means everybody in our whole lineage graduates college or has their own business. And then we could draw a fence around maintaining that. So yeah. Like somebody says,
go ahead, Marcus, finish up.
Like people love to make the Black Americans don't have a culture while emulating the argument. That shit is hilarious to me. Like, bro, your whole style, the way you dress, the way you speak, the music the way you try and pretend when you're around women, it's an emulation of Black American man. But y'all say we don't got no culture. That shit crazy.